Termitomyces microcarpus is a very interesting species of mutualistic fungus which is cultivated by mound building fungus cultivating termites. This is 12 September 2010. I am recording a huge crop of Termitomyces microcarpus behind my house in the garden where I generally allow the plant litter to decay profusely. This is the garden. Generally the trees are cultivated. It's a mango tree. Here we have a bumper crop of Termitomyces microcarpus species. Rolf Singer named this species as Podabrella microcarpa, which is synonymous with Termitomyces microcarpus, which was designated by the French mycologist Roger Haim. The most interesting part of this species, Termitomyces microcarpus, is that it grows from fragments of fungus comb which are scattered by the termites on the ground. It has no pseudorhiza. The growth occurs only on surface, unlike other species of Termitomyces in which we have a pseudorhizal hypogeal stage. Now this crop in my garden indicates a profuse termite activity. Everywhere I see there is a proliferation of these species. This is the normal usual habitat of Termitomyces microcarpus. Litter-rich ground or just plain ground where the fragments of fungal comb are generally deposited or found. Below this, there is no true pseudorhiza. I can easily remove this. Now you can see that there is no true pseudorhiza as such. This is the pileus of a typical Termitomyces microcarpus with a black, slightly blackish or black umbonal region, and it has almost premised to white gills, a cylindrical stipe tapering at the bottom. So we have this type of growth this year in the garden. There are 5-6 big patches which have come in the garden. This is one more patch. Some of these are damaged due to the overnight rains. I also suspect some millipede activity. The millipedes could be pycophagic, but there is no direct proof. But I see them in association with this Termitomyces microcarpus fruit bodies. Several places they are found to be below the fruit bodies. There is another patch close by. I don't really know what the millipede is consuming. It is basically detritivorous, but since the fungal tissue, the mushroom tissue, is rich in proteins, perhaps it might be devouring that too. There is high millipede activity in the garden There was a huge pile of plant litter below this Pseudium gajava or guava tree 3 months back, and it has been all decomposed. I suspect a very strong termite activity in the subsoil. There are few more patches of Termitomyces microcarpus in the garden. Here there is a small one. There is still one more. And all these patches are scattered around 3 to 4 meters apart. There is a concentration of Termitomyces microcarpus specimens in this small, this one area. The most interesting patch I found below the tiles. These tiles were put in the garden to prepare a path. These are baked tiles, Mangalore tiles. They are used for roofs. But interestingly, this particular growth of especially this particular mushroom, Termitomyces microcarpus, it is coming out from this, and the cap was found suppressed below the tile. So I was immediately suspicious about this orientation, because like all other mushrooms, Termitomyces microcarpus is also phototrophic. So when I decided to lift the tile to check what was below that, there was a surprise, and I believe that this is first time I am reporting an unusual habitat for Termitomyces microcarpus, the mutualistic species cultivated by fungus growing termites anywhere in the world. Let us have a look at this unusual habitat. I am just removing the tile. This is what we get below the tile. This is the underside of the tile, and we see here many aborted fruit bodies. This is typical fungal comb, and there is a lot of confusion here. You can see that the stipes have been developed, but the program has ended with the developed stipe. The stipes could not come out. There is a lot of ramification of the mycelium here, as you can see here. This mushroom could come out and grow further. So this is a very unusual habitat of Termitomyces microcarpus I am reporting, and nothing like this has been ever found. We were suspecting that the termites scatter the fragments of fungus comb by bringing them overground, and then the apigeal stages or apigeal growth of Termitomyces microcarpus occurs. But here we see that lots of aborted fruit bodies in this, lots of aborted fruit bodies. Only the stipe development is seen. The whole program is confused, and below the weight of the tile they could not extend further. But what we have is ramified fungus comb. This is a very finely grained fungus comb. You can see the fruit body initials as well here, everywhere. So this is a very clear-cut example of the ecological adaptation of either the termites or both the mutualistic partners, termite and the Termitomyces microcarpus, we can see here in this view. So this is the tile underside and this is the ground. So how the termites created this fungus comb, or rather how it came to be developed there in such a place.